Hello guys and welcome to another video. It's time for August and I didn't want to make another summery theme, so instead I was inspired by some pictures from some churches in Paris because I'm planning my trip there in November and the glass windows are amazing. I love them, so they are the main focus of this theme. I got these stickers and they have gold gilding, and to incorporate them in these spreads I decided to make kind of a Castell setting but more focused on the windows. So to start I drew these bricks all over the page to give the vibe of a castle, since they mostly have brick walls and I didn't make them perfect. I just colored them in with a gray marker, and the outline I made with a Pigma Micron in the smallest nib, 0.03, and just made wobbly lines, not a perfect straight line. On each side of the spread I drew two pillars, just simple ones, and as you can see I always make a sketch first because I like to plan, okay? I have to see if the plan I have in mind will work or not, so I just draw the elements or I outline stickers to see the whole thing together without having to commit. Instead of also making the pillars gray, I used this apricot color just to give more warmth to the spread. And then, since I wanted to make the lettering gold, I also used this gold yellow marker and an actual gold marker to make some of the details in these pillars. I used this elegant font for my title and overall lettering. I think it complements the theme really nicely because it's more romantic in a way and less medieval. I wanted to make gold accents in the titles, so I used the gold marker to make a gradient on the beginning and the end of the word. I don't know if I liked how it turned out because I don't think it's the best gold marker, but I didn't have another one, so I stuck with it. To give more definition, I made an outline in this light brown, and I really think it makes it better. If you ever read an antique fairy tale book, you know that the first word has always the first letter in this beautiful font and is a lot bigger than the rest of the letters. So I wanted to bring that into my quote, which is, "She always sat near windows for her love in the rain." I think it's by Atticus, and I used stamps for the rest of the quote. I only have two stamp pads, one in black and the other in brown, but since it's a darker, more red-brown, it didn't match with this gold color, so I tried to paint the stamps with a marker, and it kinda worked, In some letters it did a great job, and in others I had to go over it with the marker, but I think it turned out great. To put the sticker in the middle, I had to cut it in half because otherwise it wouldn't work because of the binding. But because of that, I took some of the gold gilding away, but it's fine. And with the cover spread done, it's time for the calendar. And this time I made it a little different. If you saw any of my previous setups, you know I like to make a spread only for the calendar, but I'm bored. I want to change it a little bit, so this time I made the calendar in one page and I made a tasks and goals section on the other page. And I kinda like it. I don't usually make monthly goals, but we'll see if I use it or not. For the titles in the right page, I used the stamps because it would be too much if I made the font style again, so I kept it simple with the stamps. I have these window stickers in purple, pink and green, but since I made a green theme for July, I didn't want to bring the greens again, so I mixed the purple and the pink windows and they look really nice together. The page was looking a little empty, so I colored every other line with the gray marker just to highlight where I'm going to write. If you want to bring something to the page without it being too much, this will do the trick. For the weeklies, I made a Dutch star. I love using Dutch stars because it's much easier to decorate since you only have to decorate the first and last page. You don't have to decorate every single one, and I really like to see all the days together in one space instead of having to flip through many pages. So again, I brought the pillars to kind of frame the spread. I colored it the exact same as the other ones. I made a mini calendar on the top corner just so I can see where I am in the month, and with the calendar in that place I can see each week from whatever page I'm in the Dutch store. Since I did pretty much the same layout in each page of the Dutch door, it wouldn't be much fun for you to see the same setup over and over. So here is the ones I made off camera. I jumped between the box layout and this open space layout. I'm going to make the last weekly on camera so you can see how I made them. Let's move on to the next spread. That's going to be my one line a day, which I've been using for the last couple months, and I like to use them as a kind of a diary. And the other one is my content planner, which in the next year I'm going to leave them behind at least monthly, because I have a plan to use the content planner in the annual spreads of the journal instead of monthly. To set up the left page is pretty simple. I just highlight every other line, a total of 31 lines for each day of the month, and then number them. I use this to write a phrase about my day, like what I enjoy doing, if it's another routine day, if I started a book that I like or didn't like, minimal things like that, but keeping that record really helps if I want to make a journal spread in my personal notebook about a specific thing. Of course, the content planner is not useful for everyone, but I think you can use this layout for a project planner, for example. Use the ideas section, and for the table, you can use them to track the progress of each project. Or even a home project like restoring furniture, you can track if you already bought the materials that you're going to use, if you already sanded, painted, etc. You can use this in many ways, just use for what you need to track the progress of. Now let's set up my habits tracker and my mood tracker. The habit tracker is a simple one, just the outline of the month, and I made them in this order so I could put another window on the bottom corner. Since I didn't make a pillar for the last spread, I brought back the apricot color to keep the theme cohesive. If you don't want to draw the same element in every page, you can keep the cohesiveness by using the same colors over and over, or just popping the sticker or drawing here and there instead of doing it in every page of your setup. Ever since I decided to make a glass window theme, I knew I had to draw a glass window for the mood tracker, and I used the stickers as inspiration to come up with this drawing. I tried to make the window frame as detailed as possible, and for the glass itself I drew flowers because in almost every sticker the stained glass windows had flowers on them, and I really like how the drawing turned out. Of course, it's not as detailed as the stickers, but I didn't want to spend hours drawing a window. I made more glass pieces than I needed to the mood tracker, so I color in the ones that weren't numbered, like the frame, the top pieces, and the flowers. I used the gold color for the frame, the apricot color and pink and purple for the glass pieces to match with the stickers. For the final spread, I made a favorites page and a brain dump. But since I didn't like the title, I wrote on my mind. So for the favorites, I drew window frames, simple ones, and in each of them, I'm going to write anything that was my favorite of the month, like a song, a book, a movie, a piece of clothing, etc. The right page is empty except for the decoration, which is a pillar and a window with some bricks. It has to be empty so I can put any thought or idea or notes in here without having to make it structure. And with that, it's time for the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give a thumbs up and subscribe so I can keep giving inspiration for themes and layouts to you. And comment down below if you like to use more stickers or drawings in your bullet journal. I like to mix them depending on my mood. The next one will be my July reading wrap-up, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!